Good morning, students. Today we will study lesson 2, spreadsheet formulas and functions. So, what is spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is an electronic document. There is grid of rows and column, and this spreadsheet is designed to manipulate the data. In this spreadsheet, we can use the formulas. Already we have discussed, you have learned about this one. Spreadsheet, already you are familiar. So we will study in this chapter about the formulas in Excel, creating basic formula, what is references, that references and types, functions. So about this we will study. So let's see first what is formula. So formulas are the user defined instruction to perform calculation, whereas function are the predefined inbuilt formula that come with the Excel. So formulas are the user defined, means which you will define, that will be called as the formulas, okay, for the calculation purpose. And suppose any some formulas are already inbuilt, means which come with the Excel, that is Excel spreadsheet. Okay, Excel is also called spreadsheet. So that is predefined, that is already inbuilt with that, that is called your functions. Okay, so difference between formulas and function. Formulas which you define, that is formulas. Function which is predefined. Got it? Next, formulas in Excel. So some formulas are there in the Excel, so that we will see. So formulas are used to perform calculation involving like addition, subtraction, division and multiplications. So these four are the basic calculations which we perform. A formulas established a relationship between two or more cells. Okay, so that formula, that actually the any calculation will be performed between two numbers, two digits. Okay, so similarly here it is between the two or more digits, like two cells or more than two cells. It is an expression that can include cell addresses, numbers, arithmetic operators, parentheses. Using it you can perform simple as well as complex calculations. Okay, so here is some, and already you are familiar with this equal to sign. Any formula that we will start there, that will be start with the equal sign, as you know it. Okay, this now, so this formula, it is categorized in the four categories. Okay, so what are the categories of the formulas? So that will be that is, first is that references. Okay, in the references, a cell or a range of cell that you want to include in your calculation, means which cells you want to include in your calculation, means which part of the spreadsheets, that is small that box are there, that is called the cell. What is cell? That is the row, the intersection of row and column, that is small box. So how many boxes, means the how many cells that you want to include in your calculation, that's come under the reference. Okay, next, operators like we will use some arithmetic operations like plus, minus, okay, divide. So all these operations, to perform these operations we will use these symbols, means it will be specify the which operation you will perform. Next is the constant, means the some values you will use which is the constant for the all. Like suppose you want to calculate the percentage, so there will be the 100. If you will want to calculate the percentage, there will be the 100 will be the constant, because as you know that when you perform the percentage, 100 is required, because percent means per 100. Okay, so this 100 will be the constant for that, so that is the constant. Next is the functions, predefined formulas. As you know that functions and formulas, we just now we have discussed formula which you are defining. Okay, functions which is already come with the Excel, means which is the inbuilt. Some functions with some formulas are already it is with the Excel, so that is that is your functions. Understood? Now you can understand it from here. Elements of the formulas in Excel, like constant, as I told that this constant, this 5, you can see this 5 is the constant for the all. This formula means this formula where you will apply this 5 will be constant for that. Next you can see equal to sign, any formula that will start with the equal, that is very quite essential. This is the essential part. Any formula you have to begin, that must be start with the equal sign. like mathematical operators. There you can see star is there, so it will perform the multiplication. Here is the minus is there also, so that will be subtraction. Okay, next you can see this is the function sum. This is the function means which come, as I told, that predefined formulas, means that is already, that is set in the Excel, that already that is defined in the Excel. So that is your function. This sum is the keyword. Sum is the keyword which is used for the Excel, which is used in the Excel, and Excel understand that we have what we have to do, what to do, that Excel understand they have to perform the addition. Okay, so that is the operator, means that's your function, means the sum is already defined, that is already predefined in the Excel. Next, range. So this colon sign, you can just see this is to, it is the range from E3 to E5, means between E3 to E5 all the cells are, means E3 to like E3, E4 and E5, means from here to here all are included, that is the range. Okay, now next, creating a basic formula. So we will already we have studied how to use the formulas in your previous classes. Already you have studied about this range. Now in this chapter, what is the new thing is that we will create the formula, means we will create, means in the earlier we have studied about the only functions of the spreadsheet, means some formulas which is already predefined. Now here we will create our formula, so that is we will create, so that is will be the formulas. Now here is creating a basic formula. So first basic formula, that is basic formula involves only one type of operator in it. Let us use the calculate sum of the numbers, like B, what are the numbers in the cell B2, B3, like B, up to B7, and the result should be displayed in the B8. Okay, so what you have to do, first of all enter the data. You can see here in this table, you can see like this is actually what is the meaning of B1 and B2. So B is the, you can see this is the, here you can see this is the your column. Okay, this is your column, and this is the your row, this is your row. Okay, so here is 1 2 3 is written there. So this is the B1, like B1, 1 means the name of row and B is the name of column. Got it? So here is all this data are entered there, and we have to get the sum of all. We have to get the sum of all this given. So how we will do? So here first of all in this spreadsheet you have to enter these names, and this like January is a value 1000, 2000 and all that. So first operation, how we will perform it? So first of all we will start with the formula, means all this you can see all this given data is, it is already inputted. This data are input, now it is already inserted. Now we will get the sum totals, this total we will get in this particular cell, we want the total. So how we will get? So here, as earlier we are doing the auto sum option, that is there in this Excel. We are selecting and click on the auto sum, we will get the result. But now here we will create the our own, means we will create the formula. So first of all we will start with the equal. So as you can see it is started with the equal. Now we have to add. So first of all we will click on this particular, okay, first you will click on this cell, particular cell which name is B2. Okay, this cell name is B2, we will click on there. So you will see it here in the formula bar. This bar is called the formula bar, you can see this one. So here you will see, means once you will write here equal sign, or you can write here equal sign, no problem. First of all you have to select this cell, means here you want the result, you want the result in the B8, so you have to select the B8. Automatically the same thing you will see here also. Okay, either you can write here or here, no problem. So first you will write the equal sign, then after you will click on here. So automatically B2 will reflect, B2 will show. Okay, and B2, and its color will be the, it has the different color for the different cell. So first B2, then after by the help of keyboard you write the plus sign. Then after next click on this cell, so automatically then after this B3 will reflect. Okay, then after its color will also different color. Then after by the help of keyboard write plus. Again you can click on this cell, so B4 will see there. So likewise you have to write for the all up to here. Okay, B2 7. Then after what you have to do, then after simply you have to press the enter key. What you have to do, press the enter key, and you will see the value B2 B7, whatever the value is there, that all will be added and that will be displayed there. Got it? So some more points are there that you should know. What are the points? So like B2, a dashed border called mark you, means whenever you will select this cell you will select, so that will be shown like dashed border, like this it will be shown. Okay, so this dashed border is called the mark you, that is called mark you. Okay, and that will be, you will see when you will select, this will be dashed line that will be highlighted, so that this dashed line is called the mark you, and that will display around this cell, and it's appear in the cell B8 and enter formula bar. Okay, the same thing as I told, that whenever you will select, so that will be marked, and this each cell whenever you will select, so this B1 B2 B3 B4, that will be displayed in the different colors also. Got it? This method of clicking the cell and add its reference to the formula is called the pointing. This method means, which method I am talking? This method means when you are selecting one by one, this cell you have selected, this cell means its name is coming there like B2 B3, so this method is called the pointing, because you are pointing the each cell, particular cells one by one you are pointing, that is called the pointing. Okay, the status bar will display the status of point, so here you will see the point. Now here, as I told, that color, different colors you will see here, you will notice that different color border will appear around these cells, so all have the different colors, because that will be easy to notice that this cell's color means that will specify that this is for this particular cell. So this all B1 B2 B3, this all have the different colors, and then after you can press the enter and you will get the sum. So this is the formula, means you have created your formula. Okay, earlier you can do, that is by the sum of auto sum method is there, or some function you can use, that is the predefined, that is your function, but this is your formula because you have created it. Understood? Here you can see, to enter or modify formula in a cell, you can also press F2 to modify or to enter the formula. Which key you can enter? F2. After selecting the cell, any changes that you make, the data will reflect in the formula bar result. So this F2 is the shortcut key to enter or modify the formula in cell. Okay, now next we will see, that is using compound formulas, means this is the simple formula, only plus is there. Compound means like plus will be there, minus also, divide also, so that is your compound formula. Understood? Here is one more like a shortcut key. To copy the formula from the above cell, press Ctrl plus apostrophe. This is the to copy the formula, means you can copy the formula from the above cell, means just that cell is there, from this above cell you can copy to the next cell just below one. So what is the shortcut key? Ctrl plus apostrophe. Okay, this apostrophe will be this is the shortcut key for to copy the formula from above cell. Now using the compound formula, so in this what you will see, here you can see the same method we will apply as we have done, like this is your value for the principal, rate and time, so these values are there. Now as you know that what is the formula of simple interest? SI equals to, as you know that what is the formula? P into R into T by 100, means P stands for principal, R for rate, T for time, and divided by 100. That's the formula for simple interest, that we will calculate in the Excel, and we have to create our formula, means we will create, so that will be the formula. So first of all, this value will enter, rate is there, time is there. Now here with this formula we have to use here. So how you will use? Means you have to multiply P, R and T, and that should be divided by 100. So here you can see, so first of all, this P, this principal is at which cell? This is at the B. Okay, so that's the name is B, so B is the column name, and its a row is the 2, so that is your B2. And most important, what is the formula? It should start with the equal sign. So what you have to do, first of all you have to write the equal sign, and where you will get the result, you want to result in the simple interest, So first of all you have to click on here. So you will see this mark q means dash line will be appear around this cell. Then after equal sign, then click on here this cell, so b2 will reflect there. Okay, and this should multiply with the r, so you have to use the star sign, that is for the multiplication. Then after this 5 will be multiplied, so what is this value? It is in the b, and what's the, it's the cell row number 3. Okay, again you have to multiply it, so right here b, and what is row number 4. So that all will be multiplied, means this part is over, this part is for this part is over. Now you have to divide, means now you have to divide it, this all it should be divided by 100. So we will use this operator, divide operator, and it is the divided by 100. Now we will get the what is the simple interest. But here is the one question that you should understand, or it should come in your mind, that is it this our Excel knows that BODMAS rule? Means BODMAS rule means B for bracket, O for off, D for division, multiplication, addition. Likewise, it is following or not? So yes. So you should know Microsoft, and also you can read it. Microsoft Excel follow the BDMS rules, evaluate the mathematics expression. Excel uses method automatically when the formula contains the more than one operator. Means Excel automatically it will understand if there is a more than one operator. One operator means there is a plus, minus, all these operators are available. So automatically this Excel will understand I have to follow the BODMAS. So automatically this first they will add and they will divide it. Okay, so likewise here all these 3 will multiply, this the value means the that is available in b2, b3 and b4, that all will be multiplied and divided by the 100, and that will be displayed here. So this is the compound formula, it is called your compound formula. Understood? Now using formula on text. Now here we discussed, now just before we discussed about how to use the formula in the numbers, digits. We are calculating the mathematicals. Can we use this formula in the text like written is apple, ball, ram, syam, something like that? Some word is there, some text is there like a b c d. Can we use with this? Yes, we can use, but only one operator, means only one mathematical operation, means like only one thing we can do, means only addition we can do, we can add it, means we can join it. So here you can see perform addition on character and string. String means the that is the letters, means the combination of letters. Expect addition, other operation like subtraction, multiplication and division are not allowed. Means only we can do with the text which operation we can do, only we can do the addition. Rest, subtraction, multiplication and division we cannot perform, it is not allowed. So how it can be performed? So it is possible by the ampersand symbol. This symbol is called the ampersand. This symbol is called the ampersand. In English we are using this and sign. This is the and sign. So but here it is called the ampersand sign, and by the using this ampersand sign we will use it. So addition of 2 or more text value are called concatenation. Means we will concatenate, means we will, that will be like joined. Okay, concatenation means we will join it. Okay, so here you can see to get the sum of value of adjacent cell, press add plus equal. Means if you want to add the adjacent cell, means 2 adjacent cells are there and you want the sum. Okay, so what you can do to get the sum of adjacent cell, you have to use alt plus. Okay, equal combination key instead of auto sum. So instead of auto sum we can use this shortcut key also, alt plus equal. Okay, alt plus equal. This if you will use, you can add to adjacent cell. This is our shortcut keys. Okay, so now here we are studying how to add the text. So like in the A1 cell and B1 cell, in A1 cell written keeps and B1 cell written India. Okay, so let's see in the next page. Here you can see, here is that you can see in this A1 cell it is keeps is written, and the B1 cell it is written India. So here if you will use the formula equal to same equal to A1. Okay, this is the name of this cell A1, and use the ampersand sign and use the B1, and then you will hit the enter button. When you will press the enter button, so you will see the what will be the output. This keeps India, means they all together, means they are joined, because this ampersand sign says this is defined in the Excel to join these two text. Okay, that is for the text, and this formula only addition we can use in the text. And one more thing, if we want the the space between these two words, here we use simple A1 ampersand sign B1. Simply we join this one, we concatenate these two words and letters. But I want the space between these two words, so how you can use the same formula we will use, but we will use the, that is we will use the inverted comma, quotation mark we will use. Suppose here is the formula written equals to A1 ampersand sign, and this quotation mark you will use, and then after concatenation, that is ampersand sign and B1. It means this, the text of A1 suppose is written keeps, so keeps will be there. Okay, then after, because of this quotation, there will be the space, and here will be the India. Okay, so to use the space, you have to use how many space you want to use, so that many quotation you can use. Okay, so this quotation marks, it allows this quotation marks, it allows, it gives the space between two letter or words you can use. Now next we have cell range. Okay, so what is cell range? Cell range is nothing but, as you know, that cell is selecting from one to another cell. A cell range is the group of contiguous cell, means one by one how many cells are there continuously, that cells that are called cell, that is called the range, which forms the shape of rectangle, can be grouped of two cell or be or more, that is the or as big as entire worksheet. Okay, and here is you can see that whenever you will select the cell range, and that is separated by the colon. Suppose you have selected from C1 to C10, so this C1 is the starting cell and C10 is the your last cell, means you have selected from C1 to C10, and this colon sign says that you have selected C1 to C10. It indicates the a range starting cell C1 and ending cell C10. Understood? So this is your cell range, and it is separated by the colon. So here, as you can already, there are some methods are there already. You have already these two methods, you know. What are the two methods? First method is by the help of mouse. Simply you can drag from here to here. You can see this is in an, as here one word was mentioned, rectangular shape. Rectangular shape it was written. You can see whenever you will select, it is in the form of, you can see it is in the rectangular. Okay, so by the help of mouse, means by the help of holding down the mouse left button and drag it to the last cell, so you will see that will be that cell is selected. Second method, like click the first cell and hold on the shift key and press arrow, extend the selection. So another method, first cell you have to select, then after you have to press the shift key, and there is a down key also, and you can drag to the down as up to you have to select. Next, select the first cell range and then press F8. Another method, what is the another method? This one, new one. This is by the shortcut key. First of all, first select the first cell. Suppose this cell you have selected, first cell, then after press the F8 key, means F8 key from your keyboard you can press the F8 key, then after your selection will be extended, and by the using these keys are there like right key, left key, down key or up key, so you can use that key, means which side you want to select, and you can select. So first select, press the F8 key, and you can move either left, right, up, down, and you can select that your cells. Okay, so now here you can use using this range. By using the range you can use the formula also. So how you will use? First of all, you can see here this all these values are there and you have to add it. Earlier what we have done, earlier means when we started this lesson, first example we had seen what we are doing, equals to sign we are writing b1 plus, we are writing b2 plus b3, all that we are writing and we added. Now here, and what we have done, which step we had followed, we had followed the step, we are inserting the cell values, means the cell reference one by one we are added, one by one we have selected and we have entered it, and this plus we have added manually. But here what we will do, once we can do, how you can see it, how once it is possible. So this is possible once, here you can see. First of all, we want to get the result, so type the data, and here is, first of all we write the equal sign, then after we write this formula, this is the function, sum is already there in the it is come with the Excel, this predefined, this is the function. Then after use this starting bracket, and we will select from here to here up to where you want to add. So we will select this all, means from here to here all will be selected, and this value you will display like this, b2 colon b7, means from b2 this b7 all are selected, and close the bracket and press the enter key, and you will get the result in the B8. So this is possible by the selecting the range, means it range means suppose you have, if here you have selected only these three, so it will give the result of only the sum of these three only. Okay, now next, naming the range, means you can name the range also, means once you have selected this range and you want to use for the next time also, for again and again the same thing you want to use, so again you have to select to rid of this, means to save your time. So what you can do, you can name that your selected range, whatever the range you have selected, that you can name it. So how you can name it? So naming the range, is that till now you have seen that whatever you want to refer to range of cell, you make use of cell reference like b2 colon b7. Excel provides us another option for referring a range of cell, and that is giving a suitable and meaningful name of the cell range. So like first you have to what is the step, what is the method to naming the range? So first of all, select the range, which range you want to select. Then after, on the formula tab, where on the formula tab you can see, here is the formula tab. In this formula tab you will see this option define name. Okay, here is define name group, click on the define name. In this group you click on here, so there will be the define name. So first of all, in the formula tab, define name, and here you will see the name. This name can be, but this name is this name. This is case, it is not a case sensitive, means like small capital, anything you can write. But what you have to take care, you have to, that is the first character must be letter, means whenever you will write this name, the first character that should be letter, that should be the first one should be letter. Okay, then after you can use underscore, black slash or something, backslash, or whatever you want to use you can use. And one more thing which is very important, this name should not be your cell address like b1 b2 a1 a2. This cell address, it should not be, it's always you have to take care, this name should not be the cell address, this name should not be the your cell address. Okay, otherwise any name you can write except cell address, and the first character should be the letter. So that's the name. So after writing, there is also, you can see scope is there. Scope, in the scope is the workbook, means that will be scope means that will be used for the whole workbook or for the particular sheet only. So if you will select the workbook, means that for particular workbook it will be used, that's the scope. Okay, so here you can see in the scope combo box, specify the availability of range name for choosing workbook if you want to this name to be known as the sheet for the sheets of the workbook. Okay, if you want to limit the scope, the name of the particular worksheet, only the selected name of the worksheet. Okay, so that is up to you. So you want to use for the particular sheet or for the whole workbook, so that the scope. Understood? Next, there is the some text you can write in the comment section. There is the comment section also. You can see there is the name, scope, comment section, and this is the refers to, means whatever the you have selected the range, that will be displayed there. Okay, so that is displaying there. Comment section, you want to specify something, suppose many ranges you have selected, you have named it, so sometimes you will forget, so you can specify some comments. Okay, then after click on the OK, and that is now ready. So now that range is now selected. Now how you will use that range, whatever the range we have selected, how we will use further, means to use that selected range. So what are the steps that we will follow? So what are the steps? Using the name range, how we can add it. So here you can see this values are given, and I have to add it, and I don't want to. Two methods we already know, one by one you can add. Second, select the range and means equal to sign sum and select the range. But now here we will follow the third method, means the range is already saved, the name of the range, this range from here, suppose this name is b1 b2 to b7, this range name is already saved by the name of unit, something is name we have written, what is the name, unit sold, this unit, this by this name I have saved this range. So I will use it. So how you will use? First of all, use the equal sign, then after using the formula tab, use in formula. Okay, in the formula you can see here is the use in formula, there is the option, you can see the formula tab, and here is the use in formula. Okay, and there you will see this, the name is there, unit sold, you will see this option, unit sold. Once you will click on this unit sold, you will see this, the formula you will look like this, equal sign sum, click on this formula tab, and here you will see that in the use formula there is a unit sold. So that's the your selected range that will be displayed here. Put close this bracket, put and hit the enter button, you will see this sum is there. So it means this unit sold means this the range is already we have defined b2 b7, that is already saved. So this is the another method to get the result, means the get the to add it. So means already that range is already we have saved, because we don't want to use again and again, we want to save our time, we don't want to use again means the selecting the range again and again. So what we have done, we have saved that one. Got it? Now next we have cell references and its type. Cell references, what is the cell references? The cell addresses that we use in the formula is known as cell address. Whatever the cell address in the formula we are using, like b1 b2 b3 a1 a2, whatever this is the cell address that we use in the formula, which is known as the cell references. What is called? It is called the cell references. Okay, for example a1, where a denotes the column, as I told that a means this is a1, so this denotes the column side, and 1 denotes the row number, this is at the 1 row number, because as we know that it is an electronic sheet. What is a spreadsheet? It is an electronic sheet, and there compromises row and column. Okay, so here this column means suppose ABCD is there, A shows that column number, and this 1 2 shows the row. So there are 3 types of cell references. How many types of cell references? There are total 3 types of cell references are there. First references is called relative references, which the name of the references, which is relative reference. So in the relative reference, when you create a formula, references to a cell or range are usually based on the position relative to the cell. When you copy or move the formula to other cell, the reference to the cell automatically get changed. Means suppose this formula you copied from this formula, here you can see this formula is being copied, one is here, the same formula is copied to here, and you will see that this result is not copied. Here is 8900, but here is 1300. The same formula we copied from here to here, but it means the same result should be copied here, 8900 should be a no, but here what is done, whatever the values here, so that is added there and that is showing here, and whatever the values here, that one is added and it is showing here. It means we copied the formula, but the value is not copied, means value is different, only formula we have copied but value is not copied. So this type of references is called the relative references. So here what happened, you can see in the example, also you will understand here. So here is in the first A3 equals to A1 plus A2. When you copy the formula A2 to B2 means A3 to B3 means suppose from this cell to, suppose you have copied from this cell to this cell. Okay, so it's a name change A3 to B3, now it's gone. But Excel automatically changes the reference to the match location. In this location Excel will automatically change. What will change? So wherever is the A1, so that will become B1. Where is the A2, that will become B2. And that is automatically it will understand that this what you want, means that Excel will understand and it will automatically arrange that you are copying the formula and the formula for the next particular cell, and we have to change the value. Automatically that value will be changed. So this type of changes is called the relative references. This type of formula is called the relative references. So in this way it was done. So like you can see some B2 B7, okay, and it was copied in the C2 to C8. So but this will be automatically changed. B2 will change to C2 and B7 will be changed to C7. Okay, so this is called the relative reference. Next we have the absolute reference. Absolute reference is like, you can see absolute reference. Absolute reference is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to the another cell. Unlike earlier what was done, means we are using these formulas according to our uses only. Oftenly means most of the time often we are using the relative one, but absolute is also required. Means suppose I don't want to change, means I don't want to copy the same one, means means the value should not be, our formula should not be changed. In this case we will use the absolute reference. Here you can see absolute references is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to the another cell. To use absolute reference, what we are using, very important, this dollar sign we are using. Once you will use a dollar sign, means that will be fixed. That will be fixed means that will not change. Before column and row number, for example, here is that before column row means A and 1. This is the column, A is the column, 1 is the row number. So if you use the dollar sign here and also dollar sign here, it means this row, this column and this row are fixed. It will not change. Suppose if you use here A, here is the dollar, but here is not dollar, it means this A will not change, but this row can be changed. It means this is the one, this row can be changed. And this type of references is called the mixed references. This type of references is called the mixed references, and this is called the absolute references. Means here this your value will be not changed. So as you can see here, just see it, this example you will understand. In this example you can see, is it used B into $E $11. So what does it mean? You can see it here, means typed here is that type 10% in C11, so sorry E11. So E11 is there, 10% is there. Okay, so whatever the value in the E11, that will be taken is here only. So what is here? 10%. So this formula, if you will copy again and again, here you can see it's the result, you will get the different result. So it means whatever the value is B2, so that will be, it is not absolute, so that B2 will be, here you can see type B2 $E1 and 11 and press enter key. So D2 display the value 100. Why 100? Because this 1000 and it's a 10%, means divided by 100. So means 10% means this 1000 into 10 by 100, so it will give the 100. So that's why this value here it will display the 100. The first cell address that has no dollar, so it is relative reference. So that is the relative reference. So if you will copy the formula, so that will be changed. But the second address is fully absolute, means this one E $11, so that is absolute, that will be not changed. So wherever it will go, the value will be the same for that, it will be not changed. So first one will change the reference and the new location, but the second remain the same. This part will be the same. What will be the same? Wherever you will copy this formula, its value will be changed. Here, suppose this formula, if you will copy here in this part, so it will take the here 1100 it will take, but this part will take only 10%. It will not change. Suppose you will use it here, so it will use here 1500. Why 1500 it will be used? Because this b2 is not absolute, it is a reference, so it will be changed. It will change means, suppose here it will be taken b4, it will automatically it will be here b4, but this part will be same. Here it will, like here it was b7, but this part will be the same. Means if it is not reference, it will be changed, but it is a reference, it is absolute, it will not change. And next we have the mixed. Already I told this is the mixed one, means it is the combination of both. Means the, like C is in the dollar, okay, C in the dollar, 2 is not here, means the column will be fixed, but rows value can be changed. So according to that, it is that, means it is the combination of relative and absolute, that is called the mixed reference. Next we have the circular reference. So what is circular reference? A circular reference occurs when a formula in a cell refers to its own cell value directly or indirectly. It means the circular reference occurs when a formula in a cell refers to its own cell value directly or indirectly. Means this cell value indirectly, means itself, it is defining itself, means the value of that cell will be defined. Here you can see equals to, in this formula you can see equals to a1. A1 means this value is taking 25, okay, here I am writing 25, okay. Now plus a2. So what is the value of a2? Here is the a2, means that cell value is automatically whatever the inside, means in this, inside this, what is the value of a2? It is not defined. It means automatically asking for what is your value, that value is asking and multiply by 3. So in this case what will happen, it will take it is as a 0, means the whole value it will give the 0. It's the value, automatically it will give the 0. In this case what the warning message will come, because you are, what you are doing, you are defining the on cell value. In this case the message will come, warning message. A warning message shows a figure given in the next page will display, such as soon as you will click on the OK button, warning dialog box, and 0 will be returned to the cell containing formula. The status bar also notify you that circular reference is found. Workbook will display the cell address, means this value will be 0, this cell value will be, it is taken as 0, okay.